What's going on, everybody? It is your boy J-Main back, checking in with the people, back with another video. And I'm pretty excited to do this video because doing this video lets me know that we are less than 24 hours away from getting our first look at the future of gaming. Our first look at PlayStation 5 games. Our first look at true next generation experiences. Lord have mercy. I cannot wait. And as I said in my last video, and I'll say it again, I will be live tomorrow for this event taking place at 4 p.m. Eastern. Catch me out. Let's watch this together live. Let's hopefully be impressed with what we are seeing, what we will be seeing in terms of PlayStation 5 and next generation games. Now, as you can see in the title, this is a prediction video. I wanted to make a prediction video on some of the things that I think will be there, and of course some of the things I think will not be at this event. So everything from console price, the look of it, release dates, first party games, third party games, indies, like the whole gamut. Maybe even some backwards compatibility stuff. I'm going to talk about all of that in this video. So without holding you guys here for too long, let's just get right into it. Off the bat, I do not think we will be seeing the actual PlayStation 5 at this event. Too many times while reading the article about this event do they stress that this is going to be our first look at the PlayStation 5 games. Now, can they surprise us at the end of the day? Of course. But I just think the focus being on games has been very clear within the posts that they have made, within the articles that they have written, that this is just for the games. The first party, the third party developers all across the world, indie games. So I don't think we'll be seeing what the system look like. I don't think we'll be getting a price for the system. And I don't think we'll be getting a release date for the system. So I'll be shocked if it's there, but I don't think it would be there. I think they just want to focus on the games. And then I think after they do the system teardown, because Mark Cerny talked about how impressed they were with the cooling solutions that they have in the PlayStation 5. I think they want to show the games. Then they want to show the ins and outs of the system, maybe even some UI stuff. And then I think we'll get a video on price, release date, what the system, well, not what the system looked like, because I think that's going to be in the system teardown, but just the price and release date. Then I think after the games we'll get the system reveal in a separate video. But getting into the games, what everybody pretty much is buying the PS5 for at the end of the day, it'd be nice to see what it looks like, but we really care about the games, because at the end of the day, after you take that system out your box, it's going under your desk or in your entertainment stand. And we ain't looking at that again. And most of y'all playing digital anyway, so y'all not even changing the disc and taking a look at the system. So, to be honest, the controller look is probably more important than the system. But anyway, getting into the games. I think Sony will be there first party wise with, and this is not really first party, but I think eventually they will be, Bluepoint Games. I think Bluepoint Games is going to show up at this event. For so long, it's been rumored that Bluepoint has been working on a Demon's Souls remake. As we know, that Demon's Souls game was the first in the Souls series that sparked a whole bunch of, not only a franchise, but a whole bunch of copycats in the industry. And Demon's Souls was on PS3. I never played Demon's Souls, so I'm actually pretty excited if this rumor is true that they're working on a Demon's Souls remake. I think that'll be there. If I had to put a percentage on it, I'm 90% sure that will be there. There's also rumors about a Bloodborne remaster. I don't think that's going to be there. I don't think that's going to be there for a reason that Bloodborne, I feel like a remaster would be what? A 4K update, 60 frames per second, maybe some texture work and things of that nature. I feel like that could be a patch. That should be a patch. We've seen it with the PS4 Pro, what they could do with some of these patches. You're not about to charge us $60 to play Bloodborne, and all you did was bump up the resolution and the frame rate and a couple other things. Now, if it's a remake, which I doubt it because the game just came out last year, But if it's a remake, then that's a different conversation. But a remaster, hell no. Get out of here with that. We want the patches that y'all can give us for free. In addition to Blue Point being there, I also think they will be a first-party studio eventually. Not tomorrow, but sometime in the future. But in addition, Polyphony Digital, Gran Turismo 7, or some type of Gran Turismo game. I think that will be there. I think in terms of launching a new console, a racing game is a perfect game to launch it with, because you can flex the visuals and the performance of the system in a racing game. It's not a lot going on in a racing game with you riding around in the track. You got some things in the background, but the cars are gonna look beautiful, the environments are gonna look beautiful. You can up the frame rate and stuff like that, because like I said, it's not a busy game. Racing games are typically, at least the sim racers are typically not busy games. So Gran Turismo's been like some speculation and rumors about from a company that was listing like what would be the best racing game of the year, or what racing game are you looking forward to. And I believe this company makes accessories for racing games. So they were like hinting at Gran Turismo 7 as an option, and it hasn't been announced yet. So that was like, okay, hold up, what's going on with that? And then I think recently some trademark work has been done with the Gran Turismo. And then of course GT Sport was a Gran Turismo game, but it wasn't the I wouldn't say a proper sequel, but it wasn't like 6 to 7. It was kind of like a middle point for the Gran Turismo series with GT Sport, and they're still supporting that game too, which is good to see. So GT7 I think will be there. Next up for first party, I think we're gonna get a look at the sequel to one of my favorite IPs of this generation, one of my favorite new IPs of this generation, Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I think it's about that time. We're going on, actually we're past 3 years now since the game has been out, and Guerrilla Games has also beefed up its studio. I don't know if it's because they're working on another game, which is possible. So maybe another Guerrilla Games game will be there, but I think we'll see Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I think that's one of the perfect games to flex the SSD, because it's an open world game, so they can show similar to like that Unreal 5 engine demo, tech demo, where they showed the chick flying through the area and there was no loading, no popping. Like that would be perfect for Horizon, since it is an open world game. And maybe they'll actually show us like being able to fly on one of the dinosaurs or something like that, or the robo dinosaurs, being able to fly on one of them or something like that through a town or a village or an open area. Like that'll be fire if they show something like that. So Horizon Zero Dawn 2 I think will be there. Ratchet and Clank 2, the sequel to the 2016 game from Insomniac Games. I believe this game will be there. Insomniac Games, I believe that their B team worked on Ratchet & Clank 2016, and it turned out to be a great game in my opinion, one of the better PS4 exclusives. It looked beautiful. It did run at 30 frames per second, which was a little bummer, but I think a sequel with the power of the PlayStation 5 could run at 60 frames per second. Insomniac Games is now a first-party studio, so I'm pretty sure Sony is going to allocate all resources that they need to give to Insomniac Games in order to make a sequel to Ratchet & Clank, and it'll be a perfect launch title. I don't think Horizon Zero Dawn 2 will be a launch title, but I do think they'll show it. Gran Turismo 7, I think will be a launch title, and the Demon's Souls remake, I think will be a launch title. Ratchet & Clank, I think that'll be a perfect launch title. You're gonna have something for the kids, you're gonna have something for the racing fans, and you're gonna have a popular remake so far in terms of launch titles. Next up, a game that I think will be there is Silent Hill. This game has been rumored so much at this point that if it ain't there, I don't know. I don't know what to believe at this point. It's just so much rumor and speculation. I know we had got the Dead by Daylight DLC announcement that featured some Silent Hill content. I think we're going to hear something about Silent Hill here. And again, this I believe will be a launch title. I don't think this is going to have anything to do with Kojima and the Silent Hill that he was working on with PT. I think Konami is just, the rumor was that Konami and I believe it was Sony Japan are working together on this project, and they're bringing back some of the people from the original team and things like that, or the people from the original team are here working on this game as well. So That would be a first party game in collaboration, of course, with Konami. And that would be a dope launch title too if it's ready, because it's a return of a beloved franchise, a Konami game, which people never thought that they would see another Konami sighting after Metal Gear survived that trash. And it's a horror game on top of that. So it's around the fall season when PS5 is probably dropping. So I think it fits right in with the times of the year. Another good launch title. Next up, and last but not least in my first party predictions, and I say first party for this one because I do believe the studio will be purchased. Housemarque is working on their most ambitious, biggest game yet. They haven't revealed it and they haven't announced who it's with, but a lot of speculation is going on about it being PlayStation, and it's going to be a PlayStation 5 launch title. Housemarque, of course, is most popular for Resogun, which was one of PS4's best launch titles, and I think their relationship with PlayStation is pretty good, and I know the reception of that game was really, really good, as well as some of other Housemarque's other games. Now, I feel like they kind of got away from themselves with their recent titles, especially with that Battle Royale game that they were working on. I'm hearing that's put on ice until this game is finished and released. So I'm excited because I'm a big fan of Housemarque games. I love their gameplay, and being that this is their most ambitious and biggest game yet, I'm really excited to see what they got going on. So that wraps up my first party predictions of what games that I think will be there. I think most of these, except for Horizon, will be launch titles, and I think that's a pretty good launch title from first party so far. Third party, I don't have much here for third party, but I think these are kind of obvious third party games that I think will be there. Resident Evil 8, that has been heavily rumored. I think it's going to be called Resident Evil Village. It's a play on the VIII, and that's like starts the word village, so it's like incorporated into the name, kind of like how they did Biohazard for Resident Evil 7. Yeah, this game I'm excited for. I'm hearing that it's supposed to be like one of the darkest games that they have, and it's gonna have some paranormal activity, some wolves and stuff like that. I think it's supposed to be first person. I hope it's first person because I actually really enjoyed the first person aspect of Resident Evil 7, and plus it incorporated with VR, and that is actually pretty dope. If you never got a chance to play it and you got VR, check out Resident Evil 7 on the VR headset. I think it's actually a really good experience on the VR. In addition to Resident Evil 8, I think Batman from WB Montreal will be there, and if not, go to hell. Like these people that have been teasing this game for so damn long, why not show up here at this PlayStation event? Show us the damn game that we know is in the works and coming out, and get it over with, because we're tired of hearing about y'all teasing it and saying that it's coming soon. Also, what I think will be there is Godfall, which, if I'm not mistaken, was the first PlayStation 5 game to be announced, like officially. And I believe this was at the Game Awards with Jeff Keighley. And we saw a couple, a little snippet of gameplay, and then they released like some story trailers and stuff like that. Seems to be like a looter shooter, but not shooter, so like a looter slasher type of game. It reminds me, I think they said that it's like a mixture of Destiny and Monster Hunter, I believe was the comparisons, which sounds pretty interesting, so I do want to see more, but I have the fear that this game will just be a PlayStation 5 tech demo and something that's gonna really do more in the visuals pretty department than in the actual gameplay. I would love to be wrong, because I think it looks pretty good. Nothing mind-blowing, but I like the aesthetic of the characters and the world that they're showing us so far. And then you're gonna have your typical holiday season games that I believe will be there. Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War has been rumored as the next Call of Duty game. I know PlayStation had the marketing rights for that game for the whole generation. I don't know if that partnership is going to continue, but if it is, then maybe we'll see Call of Duty at this event. We haven't seen anything about Call of Duty 2020 yet, but this would be a good opportunity for them to show off the game, because the whole world will be watching this. Whole world will be watching this event. And then NBA 2K21. Again, like Call of Duty, I don't know how the marketing rights are going with this game, but I know that 2K14 was showcased on the PlayStation 4, which was a dope, one of the better like PS3 to PS4 transition games, cross-gen games, because it really showed the difference between the power of the two systems. And I think they have a good opportunity of doing that here. You might also get FIFA. You might get the new FIFA or whatever showcase here. Like I said, sports titles, the Call of Duties, the yearly Call of Duties are perfect games to showcase at these events. Now, those are pretty much my predictions of what I think will be at this event. Didn't want to make this video this long, but here we are. A long shot prediction that I will make before I get out of here is that they're gonna wanna they might want to quiet the rumblings of backwards compatibility and just set the record straight about the PlayStation 4 games being playable on PS5. And another good way of them doing that is to actually show some of PlayStation 4 games running on PlayStation 5 and some of the advantages that the hardware gives to those games. So for instance, Last of Us 2 is coming out next week. I think that'd be a good game if that's ready. But if not, maybe an older game like Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, or God of War. Maybe they allocated a couple employees to work on just some not tech demos, but some small vertical slices of what these games could look like on PlayStation 5 so that they can showcase these for this event. Now, this event will be 1080p 30, but the 4K videos have been confirmed to be coming out right after the event is over. So we will watch the stream in 1080p, but we're going straight to them 4K videos after the event is over. But that's my video. Let me know down in the description what you guys think about the event tomorrow, PlayStation 5 games reveal. What do you think will be there? What are some of your predictions? Give me your logical ones. Give me your long shot ones. Give me all of that. I want to know everything. You think the system price will be there? You think the system itself will be there? Release dates? I want to know all that kind of stuff, what you guys got. Of course, rate the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace.